Students, today we are going to start the third subunit of electrostatics, that is Gauss's law. The topic of discussion is electric flux. The learning objective of this topic are, after the completion of the topic, you will be able to express electric flux for both uniform as well as non-uniform electric field. Before introducing the term electric flux, look into the figure. You can see that through this rectangular loop, some lines are crossing. Since the term is electric flux, it indicates that electric field lines are crossing through it. So then what is electric flux? It is the amount of electric field passing through a given surface. It is just analogous to the amount of air or water flowing through a loop. Now, we all know that area is a scalar quantity, but in some of the problems, generally in physics, it is convenient to treat it as a vector quantity. Now, the question here is how to associate some direction with the area. Now, look into the figure, and by convention, the vector associated with every area of a given surface is always taken perpendicularly outward. So in this given figure, first figure, S is the given surface area. A small element we have taken ds, and the direction of this ds is perpendicularly outward. That is, n unit vector is giving the direction. So the formula here becomes ds vector is equal to ds, that is magnitude of the area vector, and n unit vector is the direction of the given surface area, and the direction is always perpendicularly outwards. Now comes the term electric flux. Let's discuss in detail and try to express it mathematically. Now, what is first of all electric flux? Electric flux is simply the number of electric field lines crossing through a given surface. That is, look here, electric flux linked with any surface is defined as the total number of electric field lines that normally pass through a given surface. Now, for small electric flux d phi through a small area ds will be given as d phi is equal to E vector dot ds vector. Since electric field is a vector quantity, here we are considering ds as a vector quantity. So the formula becomes E ds cos theta, and the total electric flux over the whole surface will be, that is phi will be equal to, we all know that if we have a small value d phi, and how we take the full value, that is by integrating it. So simply we integrate it, that is E dot ds integrating, and we get E is cos theta, that is E vector dot S vector. So since it is a dot product, so it is a scalar quantity, and the SI unit for it will be Newton meter square per coulomb. Now, let's do some of the conceptual problems related to electric flux. Look into the diagram, given two figures, and the question is, which has the largest electric flux? Does electric flux depend upon the area? Yes, flux depends upon the area, because we all know that phi is equal to E dot S, that is where S is the surface area. Now, in the first figure, since area is more and this crosses, they are indicating electric field lines over here. So A has more surface area and therefore more electric field lines they are crossing through this given area, and hence electric flux will be more in A in comparison to the figure B. Now look here, three figures are given here. Now look into the first given figure. Since electric field lines are entering it, that is the electric field lines, they are entering through this given circle, that indicates that Q is negative over here, and hence the electric flux will be less than 0. Now look into the third figure. Third figure is that the electric field lines, they are coming out of it. They are leaving it. That means the charge is here positive. That is Q is positive. That indicates that flux will be greater than 0. Now look into the second figure. Now two electric field lines, they are entering it, and two electric field lines, they are leaving it. That means equal and opposite charges there. That is plus, let's take an example that plus Q is there and minus Q is there, and hence the total charge is going to be 0. Since the charge is 0, therefore the flux is 0. So I hope that the term electric flux is clear. That is simply the passage of electric field lines through a given surface, and the formula for it is phi is equal to E dot S. So now this we are going to introduce in the Gauss's law also, and the next topics we will study about Gauss's law.